some of that. Hands down straight, no along it.
Fuck out the way.
Fuck out the way. Fuck out the way.
Fuck out the way. That was on a Lil Jon.
I want you fucking laughing at. We partners pod, kid. You understand? We in here drinking, singing, all that shit, dog. Sweating, getting wet, all that stuff.
Yeah. Turn it up. Turn it up.
I thought we were going to have like two people clapping.
All right. Welcome. We are live here at Rock Bottom for the 80th episode of the Drinking Partners podcast. Yes, this is our Plaxico Burris episode because we go into public places and shoot ourselves. That's what we do. It's like social suicide. We just walk around, shoot ourselves, then we go to prison.
Yeah. It starts off nice, and then at the end of it, we're kind of bleeding at the end of it, you know?
When I walked in, the lady at the front desk asked me if I had a weapon. I don't know if they normally do that at restaurants, but I did have to put my gun in the car. I am half of your host in tandem, Ed Bailey. I'm joined, as always, with my co-host, Dave Bracey. Say what up to the people.
What's good with you people? We are Drinking Partners, and if you're looking for us, you can find us on epicastnetwork.com/partnerspod. You can find us on IG, Twitter, and Facebook at PartnersPod. And you can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, and Libsyn under Drinking Partners. Hey, look, man, 80 episodes, man. This
80, that's a lot.
You know, it's a lot. 80 episodes.
That's official.
We've been asking y'all for these rating reviews. Now, not you guys live here. You guys the first time you're exposed to this. But back at home, we've been asking you guys 80 episodes for the rating reviews. Some of y'all have done that. That's dope. But continue to do that, you know what I mean? Because that's how we continue to do well. That's how we let others know that we're doing well. And that is how...
You got to have a 3. It's a rule of 3. I don't know the third.
And that's how we let others know that we do well.
That's how I can excuse not being at home with my daughter right now. Let's just be 100% honest.
Truth.
It's dope, man. We have an F-bomb counter that we got going. Dave's already on 1. So Dave,
yeah, my bad. Did I say F? Did I drop the F-bomb early?
for the person who gets closest to the over/under on F-bombs, you might get free tickets to the show. That's a good way to promote
that
the show.
is,
Right?
that
For
is.
everybody or just Dave?
An over or
not
under
you.
on the F-bomb. Shout it out, and we'll see.
She's waiting for F-bombs. She's here for it. I love it.
She's going to antagonize me.
She said a couple F-bombs just sitting down. The table's around. She didn't like that. I'm used to square tables. F. I'm not going to give you an easy. Yeah, well, that was weird, right? Can you emphatically not curse? Is it strange to imply?
I never understand that when people are like, what the F? And it's like, we know what you mean.
Oh, like
drop it.
shoot and dang?
Yeah, like.
That's what you get to say in front of your parents.
Fire truck.
Fire truck. That's
Fire
a new
truck.
one.
Yeah, that's a good
When I
one.
was a kid, we used to always say that. Fire truck.
Listen up, people. This podcast is not about Dave and myself. We have Meg here from Rock Bottom, Meg Evans here from Rock Bottom, and Dave, I'm going to mess his last name up, Cerminara.
There it is.
Cerminara from Apis Meadery. Say what up to the people.
What up?
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
I don't think these people understand how important you are to their experience. The beer you're drinking, that's all them. Well, mostly her, and then a couple of them are him, but we'll get into that. I've learned early. Well, yeah.
He's an important member of the team.
Well, you know, if you're a dude,
I just show up and drink with you guys.
Exactly. That's the best job ever.
True.
So what's going on with you two?
Same old same, man. Just hanging with you guys on a random-ass Wednesday.
It is a random-ass Wednesday, man. Like,
not
I was
random.
at work, and my coworkers was like, we know what kind of morning you're going to have tomorrow night. I was like, because it's like weird, because now my job knows that I'm a comedian, and it's like, I used to have them separated. Like, nobody knew, and I could just do whatever the fuck I want. But now when I come in half dead, they've got, like, Facebook posts to, like,
They can listen to the show.
He doesn't even know he dropped the F-bomb.
Yeah, we're
That's what's
purposely
so dope
starting
about
later
that.
tomorrow because of tonight. So
Yeah, that makes
we're
sense.
planning. We're planning for success.
Yeah. It's okay, because I'm drinking with a blonde, and I feel like that gets me off in some kind of way. I mean, like...
Okay, now that's a double.
It's not-
drinking
it's-
with a blonde gets you off. Do you have to pause that, or what does that mean?
Is that a pun? Or
Are there brunettes in here who took offense to that? No, nobody cares.
Come on, there's at least 3 listeners somewhere.
Oh, yeah,
there's-
no, they're here. What we're going to do is we're going to attack that pit table really tough
Yeah.
Because they're actively like, we're not going to listen, but we're going to look right in your direction. Yeah, I'm looking at you, sweetheart. Yeah, all y'all. Yeah,
they doing like the
picture?
passive glance. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to know. I don't want you to know that I'm looking.
That's how they look at me on the south side. They're like, we want to twerk on you, but I don't know. We don't think you're going home in your own car tonight. We know how you feel. Tell us how you really feel.
That's the I'm with my boyfriend. Side glance.
That's the I know you didn't pay for these drinks with your debit card. I know how you feel about me. For the people looking, Day and I didn't dress alike on purpose.
Nah.
Just to get that out the way.
Genetics. I don't know.
Genetics.
I mean, sometimes we fall into stereotypes. It'd be like, fitted caps, T-shirts, random ass
Always gotta
jewelry
have
that
one.
doesn't mean shit. It's just.
Okay, S isn't an F-bomb. So let us know what we're drinking on. We got we got a table full of drinks, and we got
There's a lot of
everybody
beers.
looking at us jealous because they know we ain't paying.
Like I said, bring everybody's drink over here. We'll drink all your drinks too.
We're actually having a
The Rock
competition up
Bottom
here.
Apis collaboration, the blueberry. So tell people
Yeah.
about this.
Go for
Listen
it, man.
up, people here. If you're not hip to the blueberry collabo, you need to listen up because this is liquid crack. And I don't mean that stuff they sell across the train tracks.
That's not liquid. That's a rock.
Over on 8th
It starts off as a liquid. We all saw Menace to Society. You got to boil water first.
Well, I mean, I've known Dave for years now, and I've always wanted to collaborate with him on some beer, and it just made sense after he opened the meadery to do a braggot. For anyone who doesn't know what a braggot is, it's a hybrid of a mead and a beer. So we actually kind of played this beer off like his blueberry chai mead.
Yeah, you guys had that when you were out.
Yeah. I still feel that.
You're about to feel it again, so.
Yeah, it's.
I like when a blonde says that to me. Zing.
All right. So, I mean, I'm going to just go. There's not a lot of female brewers in
Yeah.
craft beer. All right.
Yeah.
And you are the head brewer
Yep.
here at Rock Bottom. How long have you been brewing?
I've been in the industry for 6 years, professionally brewing for about 4 now.
Okay.
So
So, like, what got you into brewing? Like, do you have, like, a history, like, with your family? Is it, like, something that was a weird, like, hobby? Like,
I mean, it really started. A friend took me to a homebrew meeting, and I mean, I can be honest and say I didn't do too much homebrewing. But at that meeting really like sparked the interest because the whole meeting was very social. Everyone was really open with information, and so it really sparked my interest. I think I had one homebrew, and I was like, "This is a terrible experience. I want to brew beer." So that's pretty much what started me on the path, and then. 3 years later, I got offered a job at Southern Tier Brewing Company doing.
Shout out Southern Tier, man.
Yeah, man,
They
you've
make
been working with some heavy
great
hitters.
shit.
Yeah, I mean, I was labeling bottles and gluing boxes for 8 hours of a day, if that really puts it into perspective on where to start.
It's kind of like you worked at the post office.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
That's
Yeah,
when I
so-
met Meg. Actually, I met Meg up at Southern Tier up in New
Really?
York. Yeah, we were just up there touring stuff, and she was lucky enough to give us a tour, and we were lucky enough to meet her, and then she pawned me
She
off on
was
somebody
lucky
else.
enough to.
I
enough to
totally
give us a
pawned you
tour.
up
It
on
was
someone
just
else.
fate.
She was lucky enough
She-
to give us a tour.
We should paint a picture here. though.
Confidence in that.
Oh, no, it was just random,
You
you
said
know.
that while she was at the table with you.
Well,
We
I
should
was
totally
lucky
paint
to
a
meet her.
picture of this, though, too. I mean, so that summer, I was just giving tours on the weekend on top of my normal job there. And because I was like, when I was about to move out to Oregon to start going to school for fermentation science.
That was
and
what? That was like 6 years ago or something, right?
Yeah, like five years ago
6,
now.
yeah.
But he showed up, and he's like asking me all these questions. And at that point, I'm like,
At that point, I was
I
a
have
brewer
no
at Penn
fucking clue
still.
right now.
Yeah.
And I just toured around and checked out breweries and stuff, and then she just straight pawned me off on some other
I was
dude.
like, let me
this
get the
dude's a nerd and you're a
Cellarman. Let
nerd,
me
so
get the
go hook up.
Cellarman here. I don't know what you're saying to me. Filters?
Yeah,
So
she
being
did.
a female brewer, do you think people approach you differently? Like, because I've been watching Zootopia a lot because I got a daughter. And they was so terrible to that bunny cop. Like, are you like the bunny cop?
I don't know the reference,
Try
unfortunately.
everything. The Shakira song, try everything. Listen, there are people here with small children. They've seen
Is being
Zootopia.
a woman,
Yep.
is being a woman, a professional woman, the same in the beer industry as it is in every other fucking industry? Like,
That's 3, ladies and gentlemen. Every tense of the F word counts, if you're wondering. So every past, present, adverbiage, adjectivist, all the F bombs count.
Does the hat count?
Oh, there is. You know what? I don't. Can you?
It's XL, like-
Put the hat back on, Dave. Put the
too
hat
much.
back on. They're taking pictures.
I mean, I would say yes and no. I feel like it's been subjective since being down here in Pittsburgh. There's been way more openness to me being a chick in the industry, and it more so is awkward at times just because people haven't seen a female doing this job. So I have been really lucky though to be around people like Dave who just. It's like doesn't even matter. It's like it's not even something that comes up in conversation.
It's the same. It comes down to how much skill you have. It
Yeah,
doesn't matter
I mean-
who you are. If you can brew, you can brew. And she can definitely
As
brew.
it should be.
Yeah, I mean, I find more question and I guess like, oh my God, you're a chick and you're
Yeah.
brewing from like our consumer base in general, like because they've never seen a female brewing beer. So now at this point, I mean, we're just working towards educating people on beer as well as the fact that anyone can do this job.
Yeah. So why do you believe that there aren't more like females that like representing in the the craft brew or whatever?
I mean, as a brewer, it's a very physical job. So I feel like, I mean, if we just look at society, it's going to go back to one of those serious conversations of, society really builds women to not want to do physical jobs, and it is a really physical job.
Yeah.
So that's probably the biggest reason. But I truly believe, though, that with all the steps that we're taking towards acknowledging that women are brewers, that there's going to be more women jumping into the industry. I mean, since I've moved down here, there's already 2 more chick brewers. So
Nice.
If you look like pre-prohibition too, I mean, brewing was almost a women's job. It was a lot of women brewers pre-prohibition, and then it became the big conglomerates making mass-produced garbage more or less. And now it's kind of getting back to the artfulness of it, and I mean, that's just where it's at. I mean, she's done more than that too. I mean, she runs the local chapter of Pink Boots, so that's bringing how many women in? You guys did a great collab this year with a nice Goza. So it's more than that. I mean, it's just bringing in the right people and having a great leader for it.
So wait, you said pre-prohibition, the brewing was done mostly by women.
Mostly by women.
That's
Yeah.
It was
I'm
a
telling
house
you,
chore.
man, brew game just like the drug game. Because listen, I got a cousin named Pablo. All right, he sells crack, and if you go to the crack house, it's all women with no bras on making it.
Well, you don't want them to steal the
So back when it was illegal, it was just like that. It was just women just with their breasts out making beer.
I can honestly
That sounds
say
all right.
that's the first time I've ever been compared to a drug dealer. That's really awesome.
What
Thank
you
for
do
that
is
experience.
so much
Nobody's
like
ever
drug dealing.
compared you to a drug dealer?
Are we going to reference New Jack City
Selling
now?
beer is drug dealing. Listen, we talk to brewers all the time. I've seen little bags of hops. They look like buds of weed.
Yeah.
I heard a dude
Sometimes
talk
it
about
is buds
taking
of
his
weed.
hops OT. That was weird. He got pulled over.
East End. He was like, "Yo, I had to meet a guy somewhere in New York at the middle of the night.
In an
He had
alley.
a truck full of, you know what I mean?
He had to
Like,
get that blue
He
magic.
had to sniff them to make sure they was good shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot. It's
You don't think you're like a drug dealer? Just a little bit. Look,
you give them a little sample, hope
Here's-
they come back
Literally
for it.
selling
you know
a
what
drug.
I mean?
Here's
Oh
what
yeah, I mean, I totally see the
I know if you get a
association
taste
now. I
of this, you're
definitely
going
do.
to want some more, B.
Yeah, here's what a drug dealer does.
First one's free.
A drug dealer markets a small product package that's going to make your night better. That's pretty much what you do, but you get corporate backing.
That's
You
very
got
true.
you got an LLC behind you, like most drug dealers don't. Like the dude across the tracks, he don't have an LLC. You don't have a business account.
I can't deny any of these facts.
The
He launders
government
it through
is the
somebody
mob. Like, they ain't doing shit, but they want a piece of your shit. Like, I mean, you got to pay these dues, B.
30%.
I want parts
too.
of all this.
We're all fiends in here and don't even know it. You're a fiend. You didn't know it, huh? You thought you were past it. You retired. You got your little swing porch on your front porch, and then you're a fiend. You're out here drinking that liquid crack she's giving. She doesn't know. She's like, I don't know what a fiend is. You know what a fiend is. You drive right past them when they're standing outside at the gas station. Like, nah, man, I ain't got a single.
I do have a good story about it that definitely relates to all
About
of this.
drug dealing?
Yeah, so, I mean, a little
Next
bit.
chapter.
Just to really drive it home. So our location provides all of the Rock Bottom beer to the Boston location. And this had been just a few months ago. I got a phone call from a regular up there who literally asked me for a beer that was called Liquid Crack. And I was like, that's a first. But she was fiending for that beer. She was like, can you do that? I was
that
like, yeah, definitely, I can do that. Yep.
Is that,
What
is
would
that
that
a beer
taste
that
like?
you all make?
What's up?
Is that a beer that you all make?
At one point in time, we totally made a beer that was called that.
Wow.
See?
Like years ago.
They
Wow.
always craft game like the crack game. I say it all the time.
So what were you doing before you got with Rock Bottom?
I was over at Rivertown, actually.
Rivertown. Nice.
Yeah, I was at their
nice.
pub doing some brewing.
Shout out to Rivertown.
You gotta say that with the same enthusiasm as Southern
You're really
Tier.
excited for that one.
I hear that. You're never
You're
gonna
really
work
excited
with
for
us.
Southern Tier, and then Riverdale. Hi, guys.
They'll never work with us. Like, shout out to
They are
Rivertown.
they
Like, it
are a
was
brewery in Pittsburgh. So
Let's just delete the
true.
whole
That's for sure
Rivertown conversation.
I
That's
guess
the wonderful thing about podcasting. We can delete things. You got to tell me about this collaboration between you and Mead, because this blueberry, it's really good.
You want to talk about that? a little bit?
Yeah. I mean, it was. I don't even really know where it came from. I think we just kind of drank some stuff one day and said, like, I don't know, you like this mead and I like this kind of beer, so let's make something similar together. I really don't even know where it started. We've been talking about this
Sorry,
for
black
probably
guy, you can come
3-4
over here.
years.
Yeah, I mean, in general, I had that blueberry juice that I bought from you.
It's like he hit an
Not
invisible
from you,
wall.
like through your
Oh,
vendor.
too many
Walkers, yeah.
concentrated in
Yeah.
this area. Let me go to the northeast.
I'm so confused.
I'm sorry, you didn't
He
see
saw
what
a
I
party, wanted to be part of it.
Yeah, but then he left.
Is that
Who
fake?
doesn't?
So what kind of beer is this mixed with? Like how do you pick a beer like that's not going to be like overpowered by the mead, it's not going to be too sweet, kind of like, because you have to balance the sweetness with something else that's not going to be like, this is syrup. You know what I mean?
Balance.
Yeah, some balance. You know what I mean, like what
didn't
type
really-
of beer is this like?
We didn't really go for a style. We kind of went for something like soft to go against the acidity of the blueberries, and then we used the same spice, so it's cardamom and coriander. I think we kind of sort of said saison-y, something soft, but we went with like an experimental yeast that we'd neither have ever used before and just try to make something different.
And
we
I think
wanted it to
when
be
we-
vastly different than the rest of the beers.
When we added the honey too, I think that made a difference. If
That's
we
true,
would have
yeah.
been adding it later, like you probably would have had that more prominent honey character
A
where
lot more
we
sweetness.
added it right as the beer was going into the fermenter, so the yeast ate it all up. So you're not really getting that residual sweetness
Yeah.
that you would think might be there.
Got you.
How popular are Bugattis or Bugattas or whatever you call them?
Braggot.
Braggots.
Not very at all. It's really tough in this country to even make them because you either have to, now actually in the city I could actually sell it, but up until last week there was no way of actually producing it because I'm not allowed to use barley.
Wait, time out. So you are technically bootlegging.
No, well, not now.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Maybe at some point in my life, you know.
No, I love to be a part of crime. in
Rules
front
are
of
to be
people.
broken.
It's dope.
No, it's not a popular style. It's something that everybody tries to do, but unless you have really good brewing and really good mead making and a nice clean beer and a crowd that wants to drink something similar to that, most people don't even know what the hell you're talking about when you say braggot. They have no idea.
I've never heard
Braggots.
of braggot.
That's
I've drank a
not-
lot of shit.
Yeah,
I've never
that's
had
a
a
new
braggot
common thing.
that I know
Anybody
of.
in here familiar with braggots? Braggots?
You had a braggot?
We got one. We got.
What's
I don't.
the crossing guard?
You know what?
It's
I
our
don't trust
Viking
you.
crowd right there.
I think you're lying to us, sir. I don't.
You trying to be cool?
You got it.
Yeah, no. You know,
I
my
know what
mom
a
used to make
braggot
that
is.
shit. Back in the day. I come of a whole family of braggots.
It's not the shirt. It's just I don't know, man. I don't trust that you really
this
knew
mug
what it was.
that I'm drinking of, I make drinking of it out of right now. That's passed down through a long family of braggots.
Speaking of mugs, where the hell's the horn at?
Oh man, the elephant tusk suffered a slow death.
Oh man,
It's
yeah.
leaking.
It suffered a 2-year-old. That's what it did.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it did spill at the studio. Yeah, man. I really
Had to
love
die
that.
You
somewhere.
know what? I secretly danced when
He
I
was
saw
very-
that.
he was
Because he
very
came
happy
in,
for it.
right? And when he came in, he had to dip, and then I got him a shoe brew growler for his birthday. So he came in the week after his birthday with the mug
The horn.
and the growler, and I'm like, you motherfucker!
It's 4
And he
F-bombs
poured
for
it
those
in,
who
and it
are
started to
counting.
leak a little. I was like, I'm so sorry to hear for your loss.
That's where we fail
Meanwhile,
as a
he probably
community.
drilled a
We're
hole in
always
the
bringing
damn
each
thing.
other down. We're supposed to lift each other up, Dave. I get something nice. You're supposed to be happy about it. Let me be happy, man. So do you think the Brigada is something that the industry will move towards? Because I really
He
like
butchers his name like my last name.
He's like Mike Tyson with words like the bit the bata like.
I said Brigada. I don't know what Bugatti, braggadocious.
Well, we're also going along with it right now. I can tell
I'm
you.
saying, listen, the thing about words is all you really got to do is make people know what you're talking about. It's not necessarily saying the right
be
word.
anything.
Like, Like, I have a small child. She's 2. I don't know what she says half the time. I just know what she means.
But it's a name. That's like somebody be like, oh, what's up, Ede?
No, it's not. No.
You know, Edo.
There's
what's
the
good with you,
name
bro? Like,
of the braggot is blueberry something. I'm talking the
you can just say like this blueberry
I'm
shit.
not gonna argue
That's
with
a
you.
cool thing. You know,
I'm not going to argue with you about it. Did you know which beer I was talking about?
Yeah.
When you said the Bugatti,
Exactly. Yeah, I said the Bugatti. I did. I like Bugattis. So what? I'm going to ask the question again. I don't care. Where
I
is
woke up in this
Braggotta?
new
Is
bragger.
Braggotta the next trend of the industry? Or
No.
what? Braggotta?
No, not at all.
Absolutely not.
Why do you think so? I think it's really good.
It's good, but it's hard to. I mean, it's.
Is it very
there's
strong?
I mean, ours is
styles.
pretty turbid, so it may be.
is it like different?
Yeah, I mean, the
is it like
cloudiness
labor
will sell.
intensive?
No, not so much.
No,
No.
not even much different. No.
Is it a
a-
stronger beer?
Yeah, it's a little bit stronger just
What
because
is this? Because it doesn't taste.
It's
strong
actually
as
only
hell.
6.5.
6.5.
Okay,
So,
yeah, that's
I
about
mean,
like
okay,
six.
So it's pretty
6.5.
moderate. But I mean, it's more of a historic style. So it's not one of those things that's like new and upcoming. It's just always been around.
Well, that's the trend of the world is to go back to the beginnings.
Yeah.
Dudes are rocking
Yeah.
flat tops and Reeboks now.
Yeah.
That's not the beginning. That's the 80s. And
Yeah,
now.
that was the beginning of hip hop.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, high tops.
The beginning of time, everybody be dressing like it was Game of Thrones. Everybody would have the elephant tusk
Or
mug.
no clothing at all.
no clothes.
No clothing at all would be dope. I would love to
Jeans.
come to Rock Bottom and just see a bunch of people naked.
You say that now, but there's some people you don't want to see them naked.
Yes, I do. Let me
You
say
know
something.
what?
As a man, there's no better situation than going into a room and everybody's naked. First of all, you know exactly who you want to get with, and you know exactly who your competition is.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, you could just be like, yeah,
That's
we're good.
Yeah, you know.
What's up, bro?
I see him talking to a
What's
chick
up,
I want. I just walk up and, you know what I mean, throw the trump card on the table. Like, yeah, this conversation's over. It's over.
Pull up next to her on the bench, like, you know.
Women don't want to be naked because women, you can almost kind of see what a woman's working with even when she has clothes on.
Well, they wear tighter stuff
That
than
would
we wear.
completely take over. That would completely eliminate the need for like fancy cars. Like it would just like if you got a Corvette, it doesn't even matter because
No,
it would
it
just
doesn't.
sit next to you, like balls out, like you see.
You made
Trying
it
to go
viral
home
when
in
you
this-
said
Yep.
balls.
I got a Hyundai. But I took
Everything
the
goes
door
wrong.
off.
I got this
Balls
Andy
was
Cavalier, baby.
I tried to keep it PG, and then he always everything was innuendo. Then he had to throw the term
Sometimes I forget
balls
that
out
we're
there.
doing this shit live. Like I get into this conversation over here, and then I'm like, oh shit, I'm in front of a bunch of white people.
Sometimes I forget
my bad.
we're doing this shit live.
My man.
I get into this conversation
Oh, we're
over
cool.
here, and I'm like, oh shit, there's white people. That's you can't say that.
I can't.
I mean, he
The
just
14th
did.
Amendment.
You
Like,
can't say that
we
in
wanted
the
40
waterfront
acres
of
and a
all
mule.
He
places.
shouldn't.
What we got was the ability to say whatever we wanted at this point. It's like, it's okay. Like, it's okay. He's going to get pulled over on the way to home anyway. Like, it's...
2016, I guess you can now walk around and say, oh shit, it's white people. Like, I guess so. I don't know. What's the climate out here? There was a time when you couldn't say that. That's all I'm saying. Maybe I need to move forward in my life, but it's not a phrase that I've ever said just randomly. Yo, I'm at this bar. Nah, bro. Oh shit, it's white people. Here they come. Is that what
Well, no one
America
has a
is now?
pitchfork. You're
I think
fine.
that's what Trump is fighting against. Like black dudes be like, oh shit, it's white people. Like, no, it's not supposed to be this way.
Too far, maybe? No, no.
So wait, what are people out here drinking on as far as beer? What are you guys drinking on at that table? Do you know? You have no idea? Sir,
You got a
you need
couple
to
ice.
know. Who's driving? That's
You got to read something.
Okay. Is
I
she
did
drinking?
rename
Irish
all of
red.
the beers, so
How do you feel? You retired and then they like employed you as the designated driver. Is that okay? Like, you cool with that? You cool with that? You like designated driving? No, you don't. You don't have to lie. This is your time to shine. Tell them how you really feel. Listen, I want to get blasted drunk sometimes. I want you to carry me in the house as dead weight and lay me on the couch because you too lazy to take me to the second floor. Tell them how you really feel.
Get this woman a shot of whiskey and an Uber.
She got the pocket liquor. She look like she got some pocket
Oh, she
liquor.
got a-
She's
she
like,
got a flask?
That's why she's nervous right now. She's like, you're blowing up my spot, B.
She got
Chill
a
out.
flask.
Chill out.
They think she got a weak bladder. No, she's just going in the bathroom taking shots. I like your style.
Truth.
I like
that
your
flask.
style.
She got it in her sleeve, like in those westerns with the guns that just pop up. You know what I mean?
Oh, like Wild Wild West.
The Wild Wild
with
West,
the
they
little
just pop
shoe
up like,
gun?
shoot.
Sorry. I don't even know you. Are you Buzzy's family? Oh, you definitely got a flask. Mm-hmm. Buzzy gave it to you.
She got a flask or a one-hitter. I don't know. It's one of the... Oh,
Hey,
so
man.
anyway,
What's wrong with that?
See what I mean?
So-
I keep it PG, then all of a
Rock
sudden,
Bottom, man.
he's a habitual line stepper.
Rock Bottom, right? So I didn't know that this was a brewery. I've been coming here for years.
Me neither.
I usually go in, like, my mom will come here because it's, like, safe for older folks. You know, it's like a family restaurant to an
Family,
extent until we get here.
It was, yeah. You started dropping that ball.
Until you
Ain't
come in.
family no more.
Yeah, it was until we got
Yeah,
here.
until you walk in, you're like, oh shit, it's white people.
So, like, usually I come in with my family, and I'm just, like, bearing through, trying not to say all the wild shit that I'm saying now. You know what I mean? Just, like, being, proper. And I don't get a good look at the place, But you're telling me that, like, you've been brewing beer since like, Rock Bottom's been brewing beer from the gate since 2001, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
On site.
On site,
Do
yeah.
you give tours here?
If people ask.
Only for
yeah.
the privileged?
Yeah, if you ask,
okay.
you shall receive.
So,
I take that back.
Hey man, you put it out there. Fellas, ask and you shall receive. That is the motto for the evening, especially after a few beers.
The brewery itself has or the company has evolved over the past 15 years. So the level of control that they have over like what we brew has changed, and right now we have a lot of the control over what comes out of our brewery.
So for the listeners at home that don't know, like, Rock Bottom, like, it's a chain,
Yep.
restaurants or whatever, but like, you get to brew a lot of your own here.
Absolutely,
So
yep.
it's still very much a
So you're
craft
saying
brewery.
Right.
your
she-
menu
whatever
here
she
would be
wants.
different from
Definitely.
a Rock Bottom in Boston or whatever.
Well,
Big time.
Boston it'll be exactly the same.
Yeah, she
Okay.
brews
Maybe
for
different
Boston,
names,
too.
Oh,
but
okay. So you brew here.
Yep,
you
and
get
we
that
ship it
Ship it
out.
out. Oh, so
So
you're
you-
getting that fresh shit.
Nah,
Like that off the boat shit.
putting that
Yeah,
work-
I mean, like, that's what you...
She got that work going interstate.
Yeah.
She's on a
Shipping
federal
across
level.
lines, like...
You like Nikki
We
Barnes.
do what we can. So even what's really rad too is that even our house beers
Yeah.
are going to be different than at another location where even when I started, all of the house beers across the entire company were the same. So now, everyone has a Kolsch, but each one's different. Mine's different
This
than...
one's the best.
This one is the best. Yes.
I've had like 6
As
of
per
them. This
Dave.
one's the best.
So, like, between the restaurants, so, like, you have a selection here, and then...
He didn't have a question. Ladies and
I did not.
gentlemen, he did not have a question when he started talking. I was waiting. At some point every podcast, Dave Bracy gets to a point where he starts to talk and then just stops, and he waits for me to pick it up. And I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm not going to be... I feel like a battered wife. I'm not going to do this anymore. You're not just going to keep coming in the house at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
and your food's in the microwave. No, sir. We're not doing this anymore. You finish what you start, sir.
So, of the beers that you have here, how many do you get to choose? Like, like, how many beers do you have on tap? First, how many beers do you have on tap at any given night?
We have between 8 and 10 beers on at any given point. That's primarily because 2 of the taps are taken up by mead and cider. And so right now we have all but 1 beer is my recipe.
Okay.
Or one of the assistant brewers.
Okay. And does, like, corporate, like, drop that down to you, or do you get to choose a little bit? Like,
Yeah, I
what's
mean,
the-
now
For
the
the
listener-
corporate recipes, is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Um,
How many, like, corporate recipes versus, like, your own?
Yeah,
that
because
you
we
usually
bring
have
in?
normally
one
get like
seasonally.
independent brewers who
Yeah.
kind of the business is theirs, so it's
Like
it's
franchise.
it's a different perspective from you, and just hearing what type of freedom you have within the corporate structure. Is
Yeah, taking it back a little bit, when I was at Rivertown, I always learned that you should have something on for everyone. So when it comes to the corporate recipes that they send down, those are seasonal. So right now we have summer honey. With that particular beer, we got to choose what honey we used. I actually got honey from Dave.
Yeah,
Nice.
we got
I'm
all
trying to
local
get some
stuff.
honey from Dave too. Pause.
Don't worry.
Pause that, so nobody has to worry. That was
Some
pause.
of that thick and gooey.
That is.
trying to
see
get
what I
some of
mean?
that.
I'm not. You can't even pause that. What is
Some
wrong
of that
with you?
long
Sir,
trip.
have a seat. You don't ever in your life sit next to me and say thick
Just
and
to be
gooey.
clear, we're still talking about
Thick
honey.
and gooey? What? I'm a grown ass man. I've not used the term gooey since like the 4th grade.
Some of that nectar off
and
of
gooey.
Dave.
I'm done with him. I'm not even
leaving.
gonna look
I'm
at
done.
him. This
Some
is
of that
ridiculous.
nexty nectar.
Thick and gooey. Sir, when's the last time you said thick and gooey? You never did.
You
You
said
didn't have
that
to
shit
think
this
about
morning, James.
it. Don't point at your ass and say thick and gooey. I'm done with him, too. Where do I go? I got to put the Ray Charles glasses on because I can't trust none of you. Thick and gooey. This is ridiculous. Why would you say that?
You said it.
You said it. I
Trying to
didn't
get some
say
of
that.
Try to get some of that honey.
Okay, but I didn't say it like that either. You went all R&B Trey songs on us. I just
Don't ever ask another grown man for some of his honey, guys.
don't ever refer to anything that has to do with a man as thick and gooey.
Get some of that glaze off you, B. Like
Nah.
that's
Too
not.
far. Too chill.
Can't be gangster. There's no gangster way to
cannot
say
be
that.
gangster.
I'm not a gangster. I'm sitting in Rock Bottom drinking craft beer. No gangsters are here. There's not one gangster in the building.
There might be. He's just
Except for
undercover.
Buzzy's family member in the white jacket. She got some gangster tendencies.
Oh yeah, she's waiting for you to stop talking about her so she can sneak off and get that one-hitter cracking. Like, yeah, B, stop
Talking
talking
about
about
she probably got some medicated brand muffins. She got that medicinal
Edibles.
coming in from Cali. She ain't what? She ain't gotta hide it. She passing it out for breakfast. You don't even know. Every time we leave Grandma's house, the stairs is funny. Like everything's crazy. She just,
Everybody thinks she got the grandma cookies cracking. They don't know.
She got some real Girl Scout cookies. Sorry, y'all can talk
man.
about important stuff. I'm just
Nope.
So
wait. Look, watch.
I was really
Finish the
invested.
question.
No, hold on. Let her go. Hold on. Go ahead, Dave. What you gotta ask, Dave? You started?
Questions?
Inquire. See, what you need to do is what I do. You need to cross your legs and get your Tavis Smiley lean on. When you get your Tavis Smiley going, all your questions are important. See, I'm on my Tavis Smiley. I'm getting to a real
Start
important
crying.
question. So, collaborating between a meadery and a brewery, you're saying you don't think that's going to be the wave of the future.
Oh, no way.
No.
But the beer is really good, or the Bugatti.
Yeah, maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll do it again.
We'll definitely do it again.
So
Why
is it
not?
something that you guys are trying to push to Rock Bottom, or is it just something that you're featuring here? Because I feel like if you get that out there, that quality, it's strong enough to be like, all right, cool, but it's not so strong where it's like, you can have several of those. See, when we went to your meadery in episode 64, if you want to catch up, it was a struggle because if you don't know what mead is,
yeah, no, because
you
it
take it real light.
it drinks.
It's like high
very
C.
easily.
It drinks
It's like
very
10
well.
to 15 or 18%.
Yeah, it's
You'll get drunk.
dangerous.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
It's
This
very
is how I
dangerous.
leave. Oh
this
my
is at
gosh.
least
Yeah.
tame.
But I get home every
Oh my
night.
goodness, there's
Don't
a
worry.
baby.
Try not to hang out with me anymore because that's how we do it.
Yeah.
It's a bad idea.
There's a reason why, like, every time we see Dave, man, we saw him at Beers of the Berg, see him out and about, like, you see his pictures, he's got, like, his hair is even always up. And I don't think that he, like, spikes that shit.
Yeah,
Just
man.
I think that's
Just
just
does it.
residual, like, crazy shit from, like, all the honey he ingests on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Like,
all the honey.
Just eat live bees and shit.
Oh,
You use
shit.
honey to do your hair, right?
Whoa.
Yeah, that is honey.
That
You
is
can feel
honey.
it.
Yeah.
whoa.
I don't want to do this flight.
Well,
This looks too
Come
real.
on.
Did you?
I mean, I'm
sorry,
gonna
love.
do the fight,
I'm sorry,
but
love.
geez.
Okay, so we have this waitress.
Power hour.
We have this.
Oh, man.
We have a very valued team member over here. She's bringing us a
Her name's
whole
Danny.
tray.
Are you in HR?
Danny?
Danny.
Danny, we have
Are you
Danny
in
over
HR?
here.
He said we have a very
Bringing
valued
a
team
whole
member
tray
here.
of random shit. It's very colorful. It's very rainbowy.
See what I mean
and
about
I'm wondering
Dave?
if you've heard this
Random
podcast.
shit.
Dave, you're like a walking
the shit
enigma,
we've been saying
man.
for the last like 20 minutes, and you thought it was a good idea to get us more inebriated. You were like, they ain't got enough.
Dave Gracie.
Is that how y'all get down over here
Let
in
me
Rock
just-
Bottom? Y'all just like,
Let me just explain
Is
to
there
the
no
people
cutoff limit? Like,
who
I'm waiting.
don't listen to us often. When you listen to Dave Bracy, you don't know what you're going to get. First of all, he's going to say, we have a valued team member here, which is something you're not supposed to say when you're not a part of the organization. Then he says he brought us a bunch of shit. Like, come on, man. Like, who are you going to be?
I think they
Figure
know.
out who you are.
I think they know.
I think someone needs to sit down and have a conversation with you about learning who you are. They get in touch with Dave.
Gotta go to your psychiatrist
Are
for the
you,
night.
are you a person with a PhD in human resources? Or are you a dude who drinks a lot of shit? What
Or
is
you,
it,
or you
man?
an investor of Rock
A lot
Bottom.
of thick, gooey shit. Pause. Now you got me saying it. I'm sorry.
See?
This is the most serious flight I've ever. I don't. This
Yeah.
is,
That's
My goodness.
dangerous.
That's just for you.
I'm not.
no, it's not.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little intimidated.
We'll break it
Do you
down.
want to explain what these are for the listeners at home and those that
Here's
are
what
going
we
to
got.
watch
For
us?
anyone who's listening
make
and
this
paying
transition
attention,
from like
if we sample
kinda
what
to-
you're drinking, make some noise. Is that good? Is that fair? So when we go through this flight, when we sample what you're drinking, just make some noise and let us know how you feel. Is that? That's
sounds
fair.
good.
Yeah.
That sounds fair.
I don't think anybody's
All right,
listening. I
so
think
we'll
at
just
this
check
point,
on
You know
tap
what? I'm
later.
tired of
They're
people
waiting for us
in
to
here
clear
acting
out.
like they talking about important stuff. Ain't nothing important happening here.
I think they're just waiting
All
for us
y'all
to get off
supposed to
these
be at
tables.
home.
Like, I wanted that seat.
Is this somebody's favorite table over here?
I think it is.
Probably.
There's some regulars waiting.
This seems like a place where the pervert would sit. You got a nice. The guy who came here, he wasn't gonna get no pussy, but he was gonna act like he was. He just sitting there, just
see?
He was going to at least stare her down.
It's no longer me. You
because I
dropped
said the P word.
We're all there.
I dropped one P word.
That's
That's
all
way
you need,
worse than
man.
that.
That's it.
Listen, I
You only
see
get one.
so many women here.
You
There's
really only get
several
one.
P words
You
in
get
here,
one
all right?
P and one moist. That's it. Those are, and I just
How many
listed them,
twos?
So
Moist offend you, man.
we're done with those.
Is moist a weird term? It is.
It-
Is moist a weird term?
Yes.
Okay, is
Look at it.
moist-
They like,
She
yeah,
She says
look
no.
at it. Look at the
Is
visceral
moist, okay,
reaction.
we're 2-2.
I feel like I'm
Is
pro
moist a weird term? Okay,
You
we're 3-2.
can't. You can't.
Moist.
You can't
Is
be right
moist a
next to him
weird
and
term?
point at him and be like, "Do you like the word moist?" You're
Okay,
intimidating.
so we're 3-3.
She's gonna be like, "Yes, sir."
Wait,
like,
we're 3-3. Yes and no on the moist. We got 3 yes, it's weird. 3 no, it's weird. Grandmama, excuse me, Blouse. Blouse, if you could slide back.
Aunt One Hitter. Do you believe moist is a weird word? Do you like the term moist? Moist. Do you like moist? Like, is
because you
moist
are.
have you ever used that word? Is that a thing that is in your lexicon?
Moister than an oyster. Is that what
Moister
you
than
tell
an
your?
oyster?
Is that what you tell your boyfriend?
Oh, I'm about to tweet that. Hashtag.
No, you don't tweet
moister
that.
than an
Don't
oyster.
see- why would you tweet
With
that?
the Boston accent
Why
too.
would you
like,
tweet
where you from?
No, sir, you
Where
do
you
not
from?
tweet that. I'm cutting you off. She can tweet that. You can never tweet that. I'll unfollow you. I don't care how good of friends we are. I will block you. Now, coming
Dude,
back to
they all
you.
retweet
Do
that
you
shit.
tell them it's moister than an oyster before? You just turn into Trey Songz.
Moister than an
Oh,
oyster.
I'm about to dive in. It's moister than an oyster. It's the sexiest thing anybody's ever said to me.
Yes.
It's moister than an oyster. And you
Yeah.
sounded like the chick from what was the one song when and you know where we ride from with the old white dude? What the old show with the racist white dude and they sat at the piano and sang
The bunkers,
song.
right?
Yeah, the bunker.
Bunkers.
And the bunker.
She sounded
All
like
in
the
the
bunker
famous-
wife when she said it. She said moister than an oyster. That's
makes
what
it
they used
way
to
worse.
say. That's how they had that kid.
Hey, if you
Come
got
here,
a-
Archie. It's
if you
moister
got-
than an oyster. Feel it.
If you've got any kind of dating profile, ladies, and you're looking to sell yourself, that's your tagline.
Tinder beware.
Hi, my name is Dana Givens. I'm 29.
Why would you
and
use
it's
Dana?
moister
That's a
than an
very
oyster.
unisex name.
It's yo.
Why not
Yeah.
Kimberly to let them know
Your
it's a
inbox
woman?
is in shambles at that point. Like you get motherfuckers from California, like
Yeah, all uses of the F word. So if he throws mother in front of it, it still counts. I just want you to know. We're at 5.
we gotta get in these beers, man.
Yeah, we do got to
Yeah,
get
it's
to this
definitely.
flight.
And if it's okay too, I want to bring up two of my assistants.
You
that
can
are
talk
here
about
today.
whatever
Oh,
you want
yeah.
to talk
Oh,
about.
yeah.
Bring 'em in, man. Bring 'em in.
I asked them to come tonight, so I was
You
like,
thought
hey,
we
yeah.
came here with a plan? She thought we had
You
a
don't
plan.
know me yet.
My plan was to drink. Like,
So can you tell us all these beers just off the site?
Yeah.
Dope. All
But I
right.
che-
So
but I
what is this
che-
right here?
That's Kolsch.
That's Kolsch. Tell us about Kolsch.
Kolsch is a blonde ale of sorts that has lager characteristics. So we fermented at lower temperatures so that it's not getting much of an ester profile versus more of like a crisp lager thing going on.
so it's like
Finish
it's
this
like
clean.
the Khloe
Yeah.
Kardashian of beer. She's
Yeah.
blonde of sorts, but she's
Yeah.
really. They caught it. She's a blonde ale, but really she's a lager, just an overweight. By nature, she's just this overweight woman. who's
She's got
slimmed
some
down.
black in her, you know, underneath the surface.
Khloe just changed her whole appearance. She really looks like a Kardashian now. At first, I thought she was a bunker.
A bunker.
That's the
Like,
Archie. Come on, man. That's a tie. That's a
Archie?
callback.
It's a tie-in.
All right, we're
Kolsch
drinking
is great.
Kolsch.
This
Yeah, I mean, this
Kolsch
is your favorite, so I mean, you should
phenomenal.
definitely
Yeah, I will
drink
drink
this,
the shit
yeah.
out of your
Alright.
Kolsch all day.
You'll drink
So
the
then,
shit out of Kolsch.
And James doing.
That sounds like
All right.
something
my
I would say
favorite
to a
thing
woman
ever.
who told me she's moister than an oyster.
Moist,
Like, I'll drink the
moist
shit
the
out of you.
hashtag. Hey, if y'all listen at home, hashtag that shit.
Hashtag it
Gonna
now.
start a whole
Tag you guys,
trend
of
with
course.
that.
We have Twitter right now. We could just hashtag it.
You said if he did it, you're gonna unfollow him.
Well,
No,
no.
it's not.
If it's a hashtag, it's
Probably
not
say
a
that.
tweet. Like if he just tweets moisted in an oyster, then he's advertising himself, and that's weird.
Yeah. I might have to tag Rock Bottom and Apis in that.
Something
so y'all going
else.
down with me. Just so y'all
I'm
know.
all
I'll
right.
tag Meg. Nah, wait. Does Meg
Nah,
have a
wait.
dude?
Her
I'm gonna
husband's
say, luckily
around
we
here.
have
and
Yeah, I
he
don't-
looks
never
like
mind.
a bearded MMA fighter.
We'll also
so I don't
erase
know.
that portion
There
of
he
the
is. He's
podcast.
right next to me. Yeah, see? He might. No.
We got Gib next to us.
Is this
He's
Meg's
one of the
husband?
assistant.
Is it
No,
him?
no,
No.
my husband was over there.
Oh,
right.
he's over there. All right, I got it.
One of
This is
these
Matt.
dudes?
You're,
Right here? Your husband's one of the investors in
See
Rock
that?
Bottom?
The silver
He
fox
ran
over
away.
there. I see you. You know we talking about you.
Oh,
With
he's
the,
coming. He's coming right now with.
He was in the bathroom with Buzzy.
With the
yeah,
Yale
they were-
patch.
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the two dudes with glasses.
With the
I
Yale
don't know who
polo
you're talking
patch.
about.
He looking around like you don't know what I'm talking.
Were you guys
Hey, I'm
doing your
talking-
hair together? Cause yeah, looks really nice.
You guys look like you just came from doing something very suspect. I want
Nah.
you to know that.
Dude,
No
it's
two
moisted
dudes should
in an
ever come
oyster.
from a bathroom together.
What So what is Ed drinking over here?
I'm drinking
Same
Kolsch.
thing. Same
They
thing.
drink the same
Yeah,
thing.
we have
Oh, you gotta
three
get
of
a
them.
different one. You can't be drinking the same thing. I'm
They
drinking.
brought them
B.
all. I want to drink everything, Paul. Like they brought it all out for everybody.
All right. Well, you know what? I'll change gears. What is
Dave,
this
this
here?
isn't
All
the
right,
regular.
pass them around.
Well, we're just
This
gonna move
is
on. I'm just
our
gonna drink this
House
too.
Red, which is an Irish red ale.
It's an Irish red ale.
Irish
Okay.
red ale. Yes,
Wrong.
yes, indeed. It's still one of those approachable beers. Like anyone who comes in, they're like, I don't like beer. I'm like, here, okay,
This is
okay.
yeah. Red is a very like beginners like brew.
Yeah.
It's not too crazy hoppy. Like it's not like
Why
you
is
can
red
kinda-
Yeah.
like that?
What?
Why is red like that? Why is it more of a beginner's beer, or why is it less?
I
like
feel
what
like
is it?
people equate like things that are less hoppy as approachable beers because hops
But-
can be one of those things like you can take them or leave them.
But according to Dave, redheads are not thought of to be approachable.
No, wait. Who said that?
You talk about it all the time about how
I
redheads.
say redheads are the ones that you should approach all the time. They
No,
are,
you say people hate
if you're looking
redheads.
for a good night, have a red head and a red ale. I'm just saying. I mean, especially if you're a beginner.
You should start a
Saying.
slogan. You need to get bumper stickers of that.
Yeah, red heads and red ales.
I have no idea how to interpret that, but it sounds
And
like
we have one here.
Sounds like sound advice, but I just don't want to
We-
accept it.
We have a red
Oh,
head
I'm
here.
sorry. I didn't know
Is
you were
that-
sitting here.
Is that you know, like are you approachable?
Are you like intro to psych?
Yeah, you think so? Yeah, of course you are. You know.
She put her hand on her hip. Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Party foul in the back. Who did that? Ooh, Jason, your name is now on the podcast.
Adam's leaving again.
See you, Adam.
Oh wow.
Okay,
yeah.
we can't sit here and let them talk. They don't have microphones. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
we-
Sometimes we forget we're live. We can't sit and let them talk like they're in the microphone. Sorry. So
Yeah.
redheads more approachable according to this lady who has her hand on her hip.
They're more
Definitely.
approachable, they're more drinkable. I mean, sip on the
Okay,
redhead.
sir, you need to slow up.
Oh, my bad.
Are you more drinkable?
Are you?
Okay, I shouldn't answer that.
No, okay.
She said, yeah.
Dave has a red beard. Are you a redhead or are you just a red
I don't
beard?
know. Depends on the
You're a
day.
pirate.
Yeah.
Your red beard. It's weird because like white dudes have. Are you have like Irish in you or anything like that?
I don't know. I don't think
Nah,
so.
because
No,
like
I'm like Italian, German.
oh yeah, the Italian like they have like the dark upper and then like it fades down into like a
Dude,
red.
if I let this go, it'll turn blonde like that. It gets
turn blonde.
It gets real
so
weird.
how
yeah.
do you feel like as a like because before the beard you were what a brunette.
You
right?
kind of do. When I was a kid, my hair was like bright blonde. Then it became like reddish. Now it's like brownish. I
Yeah.
don't know. Just keep. I think when I'm old, it'll just be gone.
Was that ever a problem where you had to like explain your reddish, your
No.
your gingerness? Like,
No.
because I know in the white community the gingerness is like a
It's rare, right? That's the rarest
is what I said
combination.
earlier.
Red hair, green, blue eyes. That's
it's
rare.
like,
People like that.
it's like a taboo.
Time out,
No.
time out. I'm sorry. I grew up in an all-black neighborhood. So, can males be described as brunettes?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, what do they call them?
Well, you just asked him if he was a brunette.
Brown-haired men.
Brown.
I just wanted to know. Like, there were no brunettes where I grew
There was a
up.
no. There was a firm no from me.
I don't know.
A Bruno? Is that the male?
Oh, we
speak
need to
Italian.
move on to the next one because that was terrible. A Bruno?
Bruno.
Is this a different?
This is
I can't tell
definitely a
off.
different
That's
beer.
another Kolsch. Just keep bringing it Kolsch's.
If you drink it and you close your eyes, it's definitely a Kolsch.
What is
Just
this?
joking. That's actually the summer honey. So this is the recipe that I was handed down. It was actually created by the head brewer who's at Chicago, another female, which is great. Her name's
Nice.
Haley.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're brewing her recipe. I source the honey from Dave. So
Yeah, I do. We get local stuff from Adelian. It's from Hickory, PA. It's about 30 minutes from here, all local honey. So she just asked for some stuff. And
what is this again?
it's called Summer Honey. Currently, I actually have named it Matt the Stinger Murray. If you take a look at the menus.
it's all Penn's names.
So
All Penn's names.
So what kind of beer is a summer honey
It's
beer?
a blonde ale.
It's a blonde ale.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's
Matt Murray.
With
You say he pays for the Penguins?
It's
Yeah.
a, it's a
You have
brunette
all-
ale.
Are they all named after the Penguins currently?
Right now- yeah, for
Are
this
there any
week.
Penguins fans here? Any Penguins?
Any Penguin fans in the
Anybody
building?
go to
Yeah.
the parade?
Yeah, no. This
All
guy
y'all.
with the Stanley Cup shirt on, that's like, oh, this is a lady, I'm sorry.
All y'all lame. Y'all ain't go to the parade? That parade, let me tell you something, that's ridiculous. Well, I'm from a city where we don't have parades. We ain't had a parade in my city.
You ain't got a St. Patrick's Day parade? There ain't no proud Irishman over there?
Cleveland got a
I
parade.
don't know, man. We ain't had a parade in
Yeah, I mean-
June. I'll tell you that. Not in June.
Y'all ain't got like a,
Nope.
yay, we like made the playoffs parade. Like, y'all ain't got, I feel like at this point in Cleveland, you just gotta like, it's the same thing with the Pirates.
You don't feel like anything
And it was-
in Cleveland.
Hey,
You're
yo, I
not
was
from
listening
there.
to like the broadcast from the parade today because shout out to the Penguins. We just won the cup. We had a parade today.
That
'cause,
shout out came
and that's
specifically
kinda,
from
that's
Dave
kinda
Gracie
normal
and
for
not
a
the
city
Drinking Partners.
of champions to have a parade every once in a while for being a champion. But
It was like
crazy 'cause-
400,000 people, man.
Yeah, like and it was crazy down there. But like Albie Oxenreiter or some shit was like, oh yeah, he was mentioning like accolades and how like we celebrate a lot of things. And he's like, oh yeah, because we've had an even opportunity to celebrate 6 playoff appearances from the Pirates. And I'm like, oh, you got the nerve to mention the Pirates on the Penguins Day? Like, are you kidding
He's
me,
an old
bruh?
dude. He was around in 70 whatever, 78.
I can't. Nah.
First of all, that story was pointless.
Just wanted to down
Absolutely
Albie.
pointless. That's all. There's no second of all. Just
Yeah,
first
it
of all,
is.
we're
It
just
was.
that was pointless.
But shout out to the shitty.
back
Don't
it
turn
up,
off.
OJ.
Did they turn off OJ?
Nope, still 30 for 30.
All right, I'm about to say. You better keep OJ on. Y'all loved OJ for a while. Don't act like y'all didn't.
Who don't know?
OJ was the
Naked
man.
Gun, hell yeah, man. All 3 of them motherfuckers. He was.
5. Is that 6 or 5?
That's 6.
Wait, there
You've
was
been trying to
6?
disguise the last 2 with MFers, but they're still effers.
Oh, y'all counting my F bombs though?
Sir, where have you been? We discussed this openly.
Yeah.
We openly discussed it. We were
I'm 3
counting.
sheets in the wind, man.
3 sheets in the wind.
Yeah.
See what I mean? He drops an F-bomb, but then he says 3 sheets in the wind. You never know who you're talking to with this guy.
Grandma?
You moved on to the next beer, and she hasn't
Ooh, that's nice.
described it.
So the next one it's an Irish stout. This beer is actually part of a national collaboration. So there's 50 breweries in total who brew the same recipe all over America for American Craft Beer Week. So this is our version of it.
Wait, that's that. Yeah, okay, you just
the
said
biggest
it, but-
little beer ever.
Yeah, that's. I didn't have it until now. This is delicious.
So,
Yeah, it's a
so
great
that's
beer.
that
So
beer.
how did that idea come about? Like,
It seemed to have spawned from someone in Colorado, and then this guy named Andy. I'm gonna probably butcher his name, like Sparhawk. He coordinated it all, and I mean, I was a chick who brews down in Denver. Was like, hey, you want to do this? And I was like, fuck yeah, why not? So. Yeah, so I think just the momentum started because it was a great idea, and then they just ran
That
with
small
it.
child did not wave
how many
to me at all.
breweries have this?
There should have been 50. They wanted to get
50.
at least. Well, I actually think it was 100 because they wanted to get 2 from each state.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
a lot of people making the same
They
beer.
got 2 from each state. There's 2 breweries in Alaska.
Oh, absolutely.
That's great. Like,
Why
yeah,
did
I know of one. I'm sure there's
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah, you should like.
There's 2 in Hawaii.
What's up, man?
who
Welcome back.
got the burger? Says Meg. Did you
It
get the
says
burger?
Meg. Oh, there's another Meg.
No. Oh,
there-
he got the burger.
Oh, Nick over
Nick
here.
got the burger.
Nick over here trying to
He's trying to make us
Trying to
jealous.
get a little. He's trying to.
How you gonna
Smell
serve
really
the burger
good.
with an attitude?
Hey, come say
It
what up
says
to the
Meg.
podcast real quick. You one of the other like 3 black dudes here? Say what's up, man.
Hola.
Okay, sir, you
That's
gotta
kinda
go
weird.
to the back.
I
have
didn't know
to
he
go,
was Spanish. Maybe I don't know.
He's just confusing you
Nick's
and
not
the
gonna
listeners.
tip him for that burger. He came over here tight, like it says Meg. Whose shit is this? Like, that's not how you serve a burger. He gets on the podcast and says, hola.
That man.
That wasn't our best introduction.
So why did they choose an Irish stout to be the one that...
It's beyond me.
Okay. What would you have chosen?
Maybe something that was a little bit more approachable. Like, I don't always love, like, going with the flow of things, but, even if it was like an IPA of sorts, that probably would have been hard to source
Yeah,
some hops.
something that everybody
Or something.
loves.
Yeah, something like that.
Or something weird, yeah. I don't know.
Irish stout.
Because, the idea they really wanted to hit was, like, that we can give you the recipe, but it's going to be different anywhere you go, regardless.
Just based on water, brewing
Yeah, but
technique,
it's still
systems.
an Irish
All of the
stout.
above, yeah.
Based on water?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
water's
water.
here different here, even to Cleveland or then to Colorado.
Well,
It's
you know,
completely
Cleveland
different
water
water.
is different.
It's way different.
I didn't know water was a factor. Like, if you have hard water, you're going to have different beer?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Think of the best cities in the world. I mean, think of like Prague or Ireland with Guinness. I mean, only certain chemicals work in the water to promote like dark grains or light beer or whatever. So if you think of Pilsner, you got to think of Prague.
You're
and
way
the
more
clean
friendly
water.
than
If you
your
think
sister.
of stout, you got to think of Ireland
Your
and some
sister
more
didn't
minerally
speak at
water, a
all.
little bit more gypsum in the water to
Yeah.
actually promote the type of grains.
Wow.
So it's a million ways different. And
Yeah.
our water here is very, very similar to Munich. It's almost identical.
And
And then-
one thing I love even too is like Russian River out of California. They have one of the most popular IPAs that exists, and they're like, here's our recipe, go try to brew it, and they just know that in the back of their head, no matter what, anyone who makes it is not gonna make the
It's got to
same
be
beer.
spot on. Every single
Yeah.
chemical in that water, unless you like reverse it and bring it back and add exactly what they have, you're never going to mimic it. And even
Wow.
then,
Yeah.
good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
for sure.
Well, we learned something new on the cast. At least I did. I don't know about you listeners at home. I assume most of you are probably drunk at this point. I hope so.
I really do hope people drink with us.
Yeah, I do.
Why would you not drink?
Yeah.
Why is
I
this
don't know,
not
like
turned into a
if you're
drinking
listening
game?
to it during the day, maybe, but if you're at the crib,
Oh.
like,
Yeah. If you mean get fucked up with us.
Oh, yeah.
So do you want to switch out and bring one of the other brewers
Yeah,
on?
absolutely. I need to go.
So they can
use the
take us
ladies'
through to maybe the
room.
next,
How about we'll just pass them off to Gib and
yeah,
Adam.
I'll just switch it out.
You guys can have fun with them.
tag team
All right.
back again.
I like
all right,
tag
well,
team
thank
stuff.
you, Meg and Dave.
Megan Dave.
Give it up
Shout
to
out
Meg
to
and
Megan
Dave.
for bringing
Thank you,
y'all
just
this.
you guys.
Yeah.
Meg and Dave,
Yeah.
making your drinking experience real.
I love how they can like not be listening to a thing we say, but they take the cues. They're like, oh, it's time to laugh.
No, it's just this little small island right here. The dudes with the glasses didn't clap. The black couple in the back, they didn't clap.
We're looking for a
The
Gib.
angry old men didn't
We need
clap.
one Gib.
I see him.
So who do we have now?
Don't you leave me alone up here.
Is that your name?
No, it's not. It would be a
now
long,
we have, on
I
the
know
on the
it'd be a
cast
lot.
we have "Don't You Leave Me Alone" up here.
Yeah.
It's ethnic. It's a family name, so
It's ethnic. It's a family
it's
name?
a family name.
Okay, so what is your family name?
This
My
is
real name is
scary.
Adam.
Who is this guy?
Your real name is Adam.
Yes, it
And
is.
your ethnic name is Don't Leave Me Alone up
Yes,
here.
we want to get on the same
yeah,
page. You know,
I
we
feel
need
you.
to understand each
I feel
other.
like that could be useful, like as immigrants.
It could.
Trying
yeah.
to get through
well,
passage.
They changed it. They didn't want to say it was too long. You couldn't pronounce
Yeah,
it, so
yeah.
they changed it to Adam.
Don't leave me alone up here.
Yeah, it's
Wait, what's your real name?
Adam. Seriously,
Adam.
that's- oh,
Okay,
yeah,
we
it's
got
not a-
Adam here. Are you from Rock Bottom?
I am.
Adam from Rock Bottom on the cast now, and Dave just passed the mic to
Gib.
Gib.
Gib?
Real name, no gimmicks.
Or Matt.
He's
Or
not.
Matt.
Matt.
Okay, maybe that's not his real name.
I don't know. It's Russian roulette over here.
Or Paco. I don't know. Depending.
Or Paco.
I gave my immigrant name. So
Craft
that they
game
knew.
like the crack game, once again.
It's complicated.
So you guys brew here at Rock Bottom.
Yes, sir.
So
Yep.
first, give us your real names and then tell us what you do.
I am Adam
Fine.
Koala, and I'm an assistant brewer here at Rock Bottom.
Okay.
Matt Gibb.
Matt
Same,
Gibb.
Same.
And assistant. Okay. So how long have you been down here at Rock Bottom?
I've been down here since October, so
Okay.
not that long.
Fairly new. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've been here about 3 months, so
Okay.
even less.
So you guys like, are you new to the beer game? Like, how long you been brewing? Like, what's your history?
No, we actually both started at the same brewery, Hop Farm. I think you guys were there. a
Oh,
little
shout
while
out
ago.
to Hop
Yeah.
Farm.
Yeah.
Oh, Hop Farm.
Hop
Oh,
Farm.
yeah.
I watched that podcast at Hop Farm. I was there.
Appreciate that. Thank
historic.
Yeah. I was like, I know this nigga. Oh, my bad. That was the first one. My bad. I know this upstanding gentleman.
That's a separate count.
That was.
I'm not gonna say that. Just keep going. Keep going with your interview, Dave.
So,
can't keep doing that.
So, like, what do you guys like? What do you guys do there? What's your input? Like, you know, what's your experience?
As an assistant brewer, are you involved in the creation process or just the production?
Yeah, we're involved in every step of the process.
So at what point does a head brewer trump an assistant brewer?
When
are you
mistakes
like counting hops and shit?
When
Like, you know
mistakes
what?
are made,
I think it needs
that's
35 grams of hop, and she's like, you know what? I'm gonna make an executive decision. 40. You gotta just be like, all right, I don't agree with it, but 40 hops it is.
You're
like,
the boss.
I mean,
You're
we're the
boss.
grunts, you know. I mean, we're the ones that are getting our hands dirty. We're
Yeah.
the ones that are getting down in there and filling kegs, or scrubbing floors. Gonna get the mic closer, scrubbing floors. I'm learning. This is a new thing.
It's like an internship, but you're getting paid like fucking. You get fucked up while you're doing it.
Exactly. Yeah,
That's
you
dope,
guys,
man.
yeah.
I wish I was like as smart then. Like 10 years ago, if craft beer was a thing, and you're telling me I could just come in, sweep some floors, get fucked up, and then maybe someday I could just do this myself, then I would be. She keeps clouting these Fs. I mean farts. I don't know. What do you say?
Nobody's telling you to stop. We just want to let you know how much you use it at the end of the night.
It's a rating system, and we want to know how it's-
But yeah, no. Shout out to the foresight. So do you guys know these beers based off the color?
Absolutely.
All right. So then what's
So
this
we're on
last
these
one over here?
Well, no, we didn't take this one.
We
didn't
took
do this
all
one.
of these.
No, we didn't do this
we're
one.
on. That's this guy here.
This one
This
is
here?
Yeah.
Is that not the same?
No. This was here. We didn't do this one.
We did that.
No, we didn't.
That was the some shit. The honey.
No.
So we did the honey.
That's not the honey. You need to trust me.
This ain't the honey.
This is not the honey.
You'll know.
Go ahead, try it.
You'll know the difference. I promise.
It's not the honey.
Now say I'm right.
That's not honey. You're right.
Now say I'm
It
right.
tastes like a
Just
session
say
IPA.
I'm right.
That's
Don't even
exactly
try to
what it
do
is.
it.
That's-
Session
you're
IPA.
getting good at this, man.
Ah,
That's,
there it is. You got a rebound. You got the rebound.
A round of
Thank
applause
you.
for the man, I think.
I don't know the color, but I know the taste. So tell us about your session IPA.
So this one was done with.
This was all Amarillo, 100% single hop Amarillo session.
Amarillo hop.
Yeah.
What's the characteristics of an Amarillo hop?
Taste it. I mean,
You tell me, expert.
yeah.
Oh. I'm gonna go with. It's got a very clean finish. It's light because it's a session.
Yeah.
I'd say it's probably about a 3.843, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, it's
and
a little over 4.
Yeah.
a little over 4.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's got some hoppiness. Mid-range IBUs.
Very nice. Yeah.
You made it in this building. How about that?
You were so. It's incredible. It's really. You can see those 80 episodes coming through, and
all working for
that
me.
experience. You're learning something. I really like that.
Don't let them fool you. Don't let them fool you with the trickery of words. Clean finish. What is a clean finish?
It's those buzzwords. You just got to learn the right thing to say. You got to
say like
you gotta
wine tasting.
know.
Everybody's like, oh, this tastes like, it's got hints and notes of flavors.
Notes is the word you want right there.
You just
That's
throw those
what
buzzwords in there. They're like, oh my god, yeah.
He's an expert. Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
And
No, the sessions are, that's what Meg was saying before with, people think of hoppy beers and they don't think of approachable.
Yeah.
Think of hoppy beers as being super bitter or, you kind of have one and you're done.
Yeah.
But that's where the sessions come in and, it's got that flavor, it's got that body, it's got that aroma, it's got all the things you want in a solid beer, but you're not spent after one. It's not a big boy beer where you're like, you have one, you're like, I can't do that anymore.
yeah, I mean, like I figure like session ales. Yeah, I mean they were beginning. Even if you're getting into beer,
yeah.
like you don't want to get a session IPA. A session IPA is more like
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
cutting the
yeah,
grass.
right, yeah.
Like I love beer. I'm cutting the grass. I don't want to get fucking knocked out while I'm doing it. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
or if I was smart, I would just drink sessions throughout this podcast.
Yeah, well,
so
you can't
that
learn everything at
I could
80,
drop
I mean.
the F-bombs, maybe shave 3 or 4 of them off. You know what I mean?
I'll
Throughout
tell
the
you
course
this.
of-
You've been on your best behavior today. You're only
tried.
at 8.
It's a family
That's
restaurant.
right.
I mean,
It
that's,
is a
you know, I mean,
family
that's the thing.
restaurant,
That's,
you know.
It was, but we ran all the children out of here. We ran them all.
It's better
No
that
one's
way.
no
One
one's
little
sad.
girl
I mean,
wouldn't
no
even
one,
wave hi to me. You know how? Listen, you know how offensive you got to be for a 3-year-old little girl not to wave hi
Yeah.
at you, like that.
And she was
And
like,
he's dropping all the f-bombs.
If you're getting shade from a 3-year-old, you're
Yeah,
you're in bad news.
you might not be a good person. I don't know. That might be. I
a
feel that
decent
way.
guy.
What does she know, though? I
Like
mean, at
The
that
Shining.
point, this.
If you
what
ain't
is
got
your
the
knowledge base at 3? I mean,
So wait, we got one more on the flight, and then
Yeah. So tell us about this last one on the flight.
I don't know what's going to happen to my life after all this beer.
It's way better.
Life is going to get better.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, how
I
can
agree.
it? There's no one ever.
I
said
do like the
that-
food here. I think I'm going to get something to eat because the food here is dope too.
Yeah.
I agree.
We can arrange that. We know some folks that can.
You're the plug. I love it. He plugged me in. He said, "Get me a burger, cheeseburger."
I mean, I'm not cooking it for you. I'm just saying
Hey
that
man,
they're,
as long
you
as
know.
you make that call to the bullpen, you good with me?
So tell us about this beer that we're drinking right now.
So last is our house IPA.
Yeah.
And I think Gib knows a little bit more about it.
Oh my gosh, it's delicious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is one that I mean, IPAs in general.
We racked this today, so this is
The
as
freshest
fresh
you
as
can
it-
get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is barely hours old.
There's a lot more character in this one than your session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
it's weird because like as a drinker, I'm a little biased because like I prefer this as opposed to session because like you mean the aftertaste like you know that you've been drinking a bit more or whatever.
That's the tough part about sessions because you want to make a session taste like this.
Yeah.
And everyone's still striving forward. Like,
yeah, it's like you
trying
take
to get
a
that.
bit of the character and like the body out of it or whatever
Yeah.
for that. And I get it. Like I mean, you definitely need that, but like I don't know. I'm just not a person that combines activity or long sessions of shit with like drinking. Like, and I'm lucky enough to be in a profession where
podcast.
drinking helps. So but I mean, I like session ales and they're like, yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad they're there, but give me this.
Yeah.
What is this? Like a
I
7?
agree. Yeah, this is 7.2, 7.3, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is it dangerous to do flights? I've always wondered that, like to mix the different types of beer with the different
I mean, it's not.
alcohol levels.
I mean, it's not dangerous. It's just you're gonna taste it different. You figure you're not only you're looking at what you have after each beer, you have that aftertaste, from the previous beer, but you really need that full beer to kind of get the whole experience and kind of
Yeah, but if you look
digest
on this
it.
table, if you just look over there by day, look at that. That looks dangerous.
Well, see, the thing about the danger of doing like what we're doing, and most people don't. Like a flight isn't as heavy as what we do. We've already drank like 5 or 6 beers.
Yeah, you
on this
guys had
podcast.
big sidecars.
But, like,
You're fucking.
like the danger of mixing up beers is like they're different alcohol content. So I know that if I've got a 10% beer, I'm good at 2, maybe 3 if on a real turn-up night, and I'm good. But if I'm drinking a 10%, a 7%, a 5%, a 9%, like if you're mixing that all up, it's hard to like keep track like of.
Well, and that 9% is you guys.
Yeah.
It's not that same as the 5 ounce. When it's 9%, it's
Yeah.
10 ounces almost. It's
Yeah, I mean, with the flights, it's not that bad. You're just doing it quick.
Yeah.
But, like, if you're just switching up beers, if you're going to drink, like, 5 beers in the evening, you probably don't want to do 10 through 7. Like, Voodoo, that six-pack that Voodoo does, that's
Yeah,
dangerous.
they're
Like,
heavy.
that's dangerous.
They're
you go
real
from
heavy.
7 to, like, 11, like 7 to 10.5 or some shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
that's,
you got to start me lower. You got to ramp it up slow.
yeah, like,
What are you guys' favorite beers on the menu here? Like
Oh, definitely this new IPA.
the new IPA?
I mean, it's fresh, it's hoppy, it's
what kind of
not
hops do
overly-
you use for this?
This one has a lot.
Bravo.
Bravo is a bittering charge up front. Citra, Centennial, Mosaic.
What is a bittering charge?
Bittering charge is a high alpha acid hop up front. So at the beginning of the boil, that just means there's basically a layer for all the other hops that you're going to add during the boil to build off of. So you add.
So it's like a foundation.
Yeah. So you're not really getting any flavor or aroma from that hop,
Yeah.
but you're still establishing the alpha acids to break down and create bitterness. So it's something for everything else to build off of.
Nice. It's like the chicken of hops. Like it kind of goes at everything, and like
Yeah.
you can flavor it
Yeah.
however you want.
I mean, it has to do with how much time, and how it has to do with how much time that hop spends in the boiling water.
Yeah.
The more time that hop spends in the boiling water, it takes, brings out different. God. The more time it spends in that boiling water, brings out different things from the hops.
Okay.
So it just kind of affects what if you get more bitterness or more flavor or more aroma.
Like a steak, like I mean,
yeah,
you can have
right.
a,
I think of doneness.
a rare,
Yeah, right.
medium,
Exactly. Yeah, you're getting
just a
different
little
flavors.
leather.
Yeah.
That's
a good thing.
So
about it,
do you at times want to leather your hops? You want to well done? Like what is that?
All the time. Well,
all the time
burn
well
the shit
done?
out of it.
Yeah.
No.
Like, that toastiness going.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, grinding.
That's a Mortal Kombat reference for all the old heads. That toasty.
Nah.
You don't remember that? You don't. He young. He a youngin. I can't even call anybody. Nobody here is either old enough or
No, I played Mortal
video.
Kombat.
I played Mortal Toasty.
I'm not gonna infuse Mortal Kombat into what we're talking
Get
about.
over here.
You,
Hey, what the heck?
you got us with the
Get
chicken
over here.
reference. The chicken reference is good. The steak, then you just trying to
Finish
push
him.
the envelope too much.
I like the steak.
I
said the steak was
was
good for
good.
me. I mean, I like
And
it.
he went Mortal Kombat, and it was
You don't
like,
want to
all
be
right,
giving my props. That was a good
I gave
analogy.
you
The
props.
chicken.
I like the steak.
I gave you props
You didn't
for
vibe with the chicken
chicken
and
and
hops.
steak.
That wasn't. You're not gonna.
No, I like the
gave
chicken
you
too. I mean,
props.
like the first two. That's
Chicken and steak were good. The Mortal Kombat, you need to kill yourself. So I think we've been
One
there.
too many.
I think we've
Yeah, I think we've gotten to
right
where
now.
we're
I'm
gonna
starting
get.
to feel it.
Yeah.
My knees don't work anymore.
Yeah.
That's how we time the podcast. Right around the time our knees go.
Does that mean it's going to rain too? Or
This just means.
I think it is.
So before we
means it's
go,
about to call Uber.
what are some of your favorite local beers? We'll start off with Adam.
Get it.
all of them, honestly. I mean, really. I mean, it's
I know
No.
you're white, but that's way too vanilla. You
I
gotta
don't want to pick favorites. I mean, that's
got to. Everybody. I mean, we have a drinking podcast, right? And I can tell you
I
that
understand.
I love all the breweries. But like some of the best IPAs come out of Brew Gentlemen. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
I love them to death. Hot Farm.
Sure.
They've got their things. Like everybody has a niche, like if you don't have a favorite, then you're fake. Like it's like I know we're not supposed to have favorite children, but we do. We do. So it'd be like
You got
okay.
one kid.
I do. That's why she's easy to be. That's she's easily picked as my favorite.
I mean,
Don't
you know,
let
I
Day
mean,
influence you.
I mean, Steve over at Roundabout, I think is doing some of the most consistent stuff. And he seems to do stuff that's important to him.
Shout out to Steve over at Roundabout. We got to get him on. He's very, what I was told from Steve, he's very eccentric, and he's like, nah, you don't want me on a podcast. I don't.
There'll be a lot of space filling. With Steve. You guys,
I feel like he's got
a lot.
that like idiot savant going on, where it's like, I don't really want to talk to you, but I'll make some dope ass shit.
Mostly
you know
the savant part. It's
Yeah,
mostly he doesn't. He's low key. I mean, he doesn't own up to it.
I apologize. I shouldn't call Steve an idiot savant. He's a savant.
He might agree with you.
He might be able. I don't know.
At this point, 55 minutes in, you gonna apologize? It's too late.
He might be able to pick out some toothpicks. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I haven't met the guy.
I don't know
You're
what
working on that podcast. I mean, you're getting
I don't
there.
know.
You'll
I
get
might.
there.
We're at 8. I'm not gonna say the F word.
He's over there working. He's got. Hey, yo. You know what? I ain't going. Ed has recruited. The crowd.
This podcast is over. Once he gets to that point where he starts 3 different phrases and stops all of them before they mean anything, we just got to do our exit. We got to just thank Rock Bottom for having us in here and allowing Day to say 8 F-bombs.
Yes, thank you.
8 is a record low for Day.
Yes. Thank you for not calling the cops. We appreciate it. Dave, Meg, shout out to them. Apis, Rock Bottom, shout out to them.
Shout out to Rock Bottom, man. If you're ever in the Pittsburgh area, or where else are you located? Boston? They have 30, so we're not going to do that. But if you're in a city that has a Rock Bottom, stop in. And if you're in the Boston Rock Bottom, you're going to get Meg Evans Creations.
Tell us, Meg, where they can find you online, anywhere else, like any events, plug it all.
Awesome. Well, we keep our Rock Bottom website updated, so it's rockbottom.com/location/Pittsburgh. You can find us on Facebook now. Do facebook.com/rockbottompgh. Twitter and Instagram. I think I'm getting cut out. Twitter and Instagram are both rockbottom_PGH. So yeah, keep updating us with us there. I'm really fucking up right now.
Oh no,
That's all right. You done passed out the.
You
flight we
haven't.
drank.
You haven't surpassed me though. So
Yeah,
you're all good.
they start messing up.
I set the bar. As long as you can, like, you know what I mean, shimmy under it, you're good.
Dave Bracey, tell everybody where they can find us so I can go out here. It's raining hard as hell now.
Truth. We are drinking partners, and if you're looking for us, you can find us on epicastnetwork.com/partnerspot. You can find us on IG, Twitter, and Facebook at Partnerspot, and you can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, and Libsyn under Drinking Partners.
Got to tell them rate and review.
That's about it. Oh, well, yeah, please. 80 episodes, man. Hey, look, man. It's a monumental thing. We appreciate being here at Rock Bottom, hosting our 80th episode. We appreciate all you people being a part of this. This is it's the first for you. It's the 80th for us. So, like, it feels a little bit more important than it does for y'all. It's kind of like you took our virginity, and we probably will call y'all a little bit more after this and be more interested in you than you will of us. But we do appreciate you being a part of this whole 80th episode. Rock Bottom, shout out to you guys. And please, rate and review if you're on iTunes for the listeners at home. It takes 30 seconds. That's how we know what we're doing well. That's how we let others know that we're doing well. And that's how we continue to do well. So please, rate and review on iTunes.
And as always, Drinking Partners is the crew. Epicast is the family. And we out of here.